The day is finally here.
It's actually quite a sad moment. I mean, we've skipped the intro for dramatic effect as well.
That's right.
We've done the old cross dissolve. Just so people understand, it's quite an emotional time.
Thank you so much to everyone who's joined us on this AOT journey. It's sure been one heck of a ride.
It definitely has.
We've gone through all the emotions. Happiness probably at the bottom of the list in terms of frequency.
I would say so, yeah.
Yes. But yeah, we just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who's subscribed or watched, liked, commented, interacted in some way. Thank you so much.
Also, a big thanks to our past and present Patreon members. There were plenty of you across this, 5-month journey. So we really appreciate the support on the channel. I mean, Attack on Titan kind of put our channel on the map, I would say, to some degree.
Yeah, you could say that. We actually hit 50k subs while we were watching AOT, so
yeah,
I'm sure a lot of you guys have contributed to that. Thank you so much. That's massive for us.
Yeah, I would definitely say that the experience has been quite a challenging one at times, but one like no other, I would say. I mean, this was kind of the only form of media that we've seen that is constructed in such a way. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't think I'm just speaking for myself here. We've given everything to these videos. We've tried really hard to critically think about all the characters, the world. I mean, this was like our first anime, I guess. And it was a very intricate one at that. Very deep. Some very deep themes. We've tried our very best to stay engaged and consume all the content as best as we possibly can. So we really hope that's translated into some entertaining reactions. So as a token of our appreciation, we thought maybe we could do a little bit of like a tribute video. So this is going to be an extremely long video. I'm thinking like anywhere between an hour to 2 hours. But I thought we could maybe go through some of the journey that we had with the community. Yeah. I thought it would be fun to relive some of the funny moments on the channel, some of the defining moments of the channel as well. So where better to start than Season 1?
Season 1 really just did a great job at sparking our intrigue, I feel. I mean, we've never seen anything like that before. What are these big creatures? How did they come to be?
Why were there walls?
Who made the walls?
Yeah, so many questions in the first episode. So that ended up leading to some crazy theories, which I think was like a bit of a staple on the channel. Just to go through a few of them, I think one of my ones was that Grisha was the mastermind behind the whole thing and he had a Titan creation facility.
Yes.
I was very wrong about that.
We were so convinced too.
Yeah.
That was the start of the dreaded basement.
Oh yes, all the basement theories.
We knew that there was something to do with the nape, right? So at one point, I was convinced that there might be an animal in the nape.
Yeah.
A frog, to be specific. The Frog Titan. Makes sense.
I know, right? But we really appreciate everyone kind of getting on board with our craziness rather than just shut everything down. We really loved speculating about the show and the story. I think that was one of our favourite parts about this whole journey.
And actually, you guys played a massive part in elevating our watching experience. Just the intelligent things you would write. We'd read the top comments, of course, and stuff that no way we would pick up ever. You guys, would tell us and just be like, no spoilers, but this is what happened here. And we were like, oh, amazing. If we weren't watching this on camera and connecting with you guys, we wouldn't know all those amazing details and things like that. So thank you.
I mean, now going through some of the iconic moments. Season 1, Episode 7. The birth of the Shredded. I'm going to miss saying that. I am.
You can still say it. It's okay.
Yeah. I think a really gratifying experience for me was everyone getting on board with all my silly nicknames. I didn't know how people would maybe view that, because it is annoying. Certain characters and Titans, they've got proper names. And me, I just went off the deep end. But it all started with the Shredded. So I've decided to make a little bit of a Shredded compilation.
Wow.
Was that a good Titan? That's a Shredded Titan. It's the Shredded Titan. The Shredded Titan. I've changed my mind. I'm going for the Shredded Titan. The Shredded! Let's go Shredded. He's transforming into the Shredded. Yep, that's the Shredded. Love the Shredded Titan. The Shredded Titan. They've made a mistake. It's obvious, Carly. They've made an obvious mistake. Oh, the Shredded's been messed up. The Shredded's not down. The Shredded is not down and out yet. No, it's the Shredded. Oh, the Shredded! The Shredded! The Shredded. It was even brought to my attention by a Patreon member that they actually found some of the members of our community on other people's channel using the Shredded. I mean, that's just epic. Seriously.
That is epic. Throughout these 80+ episodes, we've definitely had our fair share of embarrassing moments.
Yes, and I think we all know where to start.
You didn't think you could avoid this, did you?
No, the female Titan's blood.
The female Titan's blood.
The steam was because of the female Titan's blood. Dark times on the channel.
Maybe some of the darkest. Although...
Recently, yeah, that might be rivaling it, but we won't go into the recent controversy in the comments section. But I think we can start with the female Titan's blood. I mean, we can fast track to last episode, the ham. I mean...
Is that ham?
Yeah.
Is that ham?
And also we had Reiner disappearing. Us missing the anime tropes. You know, the red eyes on the Titans.
He disappeared. He disappeared.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. I really thought I did something there. I was like,
yeah.
I saw that. He disappeared.
I mean, to our defense, we could have just easily edited them out, but we owned it. We owned it.
That's right. Sometimes you have to laugh at yourself a bit.
Now, through our Attack on Titan reactions, birthed a new staple on the channel, which were my custom intros.
Your custom intros, of course. They were so well received.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for all the kind words. I mean, I got so much support from everyone. I just had to continue them. People asking for full versions, Spotify, all of that. I can announce that I am planning to release a Spotify at some point. I'm just not sure when. We're quite busy at the moment, transitioning into all these new shows on the channel. But whenever I get around to it, I'll be posting it on the community tab. But yeah, it was really nice at the start of each part of the season, or at the start of each season, getting all that nice feedback that the people really enjoyed the intros. I feel like it was a nice way for me to give back to the community as well.
That brings us to season 2, which was mainly centered around, you know, the Colossal and the Armored.
How could we forget the reveal of the Armored and the Colossal, and our mate Bert, who copped so much grief from me in particular. But I've got to say, his reveal was kind of epic.
It was. The way they just, like, sprinkled that.
I mean, we did suspect Reiner, but you gotta understand, after we're bagging this character, well, mainly me, who I just thought was a nobody, he ends up being the Titan that opened the show.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy. Would have never guessed Bert.
No. And then going into season 3, we started to meet some more of the Titan shifters, which I grew an absolute love for. I just loved all the Titan shifters. I thought they were absolutely epic. One in particular, the Duck. I've got to put a Duck compilation here.
Of course.
It has to be done. Look at its beak! It's the Duck Titan. The Carriage Duck Titan. It's the Duck! The Duck's been obliterated. The Duck! The Duck is so cute! It's the Duck!
Oh, she can swim.
Of course, she's the Duck.
Of course, we also had a lot of pun throughout the series.
Yes.
A lot of pun.
A lot of pun.
Even you guys were dropping down your puns. We loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, of course. That's epic as well.
So yeah, thank you for getting on board with my extremely goofy sense of humour.
Yeah.
Didn't know how that would be taken, but it was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I loved it how everyone joined in. And I think now we can move on to the Season 4 Angus a Jaegerist arc. Some controversial times on the channel.
Yeah, especially part 2.
Yeah, definitely. But essentially, we just wanted to do this little tribute just to thank our community. And if you guys had any memorable moments that maybe we missed, drop them down below. And we really hope you guys stick around for some of the other series that we watch as well. And we'll definitely be back for part 3. But I think now we can move on to the pre-episode discussion. Pre-finale discussion.
Yeah.
So this video is going to be time-stamped because it's going to be so long. We're going to do our little discussion before the finale. We'll then have a post-discussion as usual, where maybe we theorize about where they're going to go in Season 4, Part 3. And then we'll give our overall thoughts, I think, as well. So we'll do a mini review.
Do we think we're going to see Eren this episode?
Yes.
That was more sarcastic. Because we haven't seen Eren.
Yeah.
For a long time now.
Yeah, I know. But they're going to save him for the finale, 100%. Like, I'm so confident.
It's actually quite unpredictable how this is all going to go.
Well, I think the Alliance have succeeded in their mission somewhat, and now they're going to confront Eren.
Mm-hmm.
They wiped out the Jaegerists last episode. That's pretty much all that really happened. I mean, we saw epic Falco.
Yes.
Epic.
Oh my gosh, his design is so great.
Yeah. And I also actually want to comment, especially watching it back, that the animation for last episode was really next level. I mean, those scenes of Connie, especially, in the air like that, with his ODM gear, he was a badass there.
Mm-hmm. We had a nice scene of Shadis and Mageth together in the ship.
Which we both ruined.
We did both ruin that for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure you wanted to see us, you know, more sad. The sad music was going and everything. I don't know what we were thinking.
I was just talking over the top. I was kind of bigging them up, you know. I was saying, it was pretty cool to see them together. And then I looked back at the screen and the boat had exploded.
Yes.
As a result of the ham.
The explosive ham.
The explosive ham. So we ruined that scene entirely.
But anyway, I'm guessing they're going to fly off in the flying boat.
Yeah.
And they're going to try and look for Eren, who I'm sure won't be hard to find at all.
No.
Just follow the
big ass skeleton.
And the sounds of screaming.
Yeah, that's grim. Speaking of grim, the comment section in the last couple of videos has been pretty grim. I just wanted to say that all those people that dropped their opposing views respectfully, I really appreciate that, because to be completely honest with you, you have obviously pointed things out to me that I didn't see at the time. You guys got to remember, this is an initial reaction, so I'm pretty high on emotion and kind of just reacting to whatever I'm seeing. And I think there were some parts that notably rubbed me the wrong way in terms of some of the writing, maybe, that came with the Alliance. Watching it back, watching the discussion back, it does look like, I'm bashing hard on the Alliance. You guys got to understand, some of my favourite characters are in the Alliance. Jean, Mikasa, Falco. Like, I've got characters I love in the Alliance. But I'm allowed to call out some of their actions. It doesn't mean I'm a Jaegerist. I think what I need to reiterate more than once, and I don't like the fact that I have to do this, but some people just don't watch the whole discussion. So sometimes I just have to clarify myself. Just because I'm understanding the Jaegerists, I understand why they're doing what they're doing. It doesn't mean I would do it. I've got to reiterate that 100 times, which sucks, but I encourage you to also maybe evaluate the other side to some degree. I'm not saying you need to agree with what they're doing. I mean, the Jaegerists have been painted as bad people, and most of them are. But I think there's also another point to discuss, that some of those Jaegerists, they've got families that they want to protect. And they think this is the best course of action. And to see characters that I love, like Mikasa, stab someone through the stomach and then blow him up with a thunder spear with epic music on, kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. And then also, like the episode before, Connie shooting the dude 3 times in the head. I'm pretty sure the first shot killed him. Just little things like that. That's allowed to rub me the wrong way. I'm allowed to feel uneasy about that. I would like to thank this fine individual next to me as well. Yeah.
Goku.
She was a voice of reason for me in the last couple of episodes, because I think she could see I was pretty high on emotion, but she could understand where I was coming from. But I hope my opinions and some of the things that I said in the discussion didn't offend anyone. I wasn't trying to do that.
Yeah, I think that's totally understandable. You felt a certain way, like things rubbed you the wrong way, that's fine. If they didn't rub you the wrong way, if you enjoyed specific things that we didn't, that's fine.
Yeah, 100%.
It's so fine. We don't mind.
I'm not telling anyone that they're wrong. I'm just trying to be honest. That's the least I owe you guys. I mean, this is a reaction channel. I'm trying to be honest.
Yep.
And that's what I was thinking at the time. But I think we'll go into more detail and more specifics at the end, because there's still an episode to go. So maybe during our mini review, we can go through some of our likes, some of our dislikes. But I mean, overall, this has been fantastic. This is an epic show with some epic writing.
Yes, 100% yes. It's just given us so much.
I think you can tell that we're fully invested. That's why maybe I can get a little bit passionate at times. Yeah. That's why Carly's crying a lot. We're really invested in the show and the characters.
Yes.
Now, I was thinking a little bit off camera about how they might end this part. And I think I've worked it out. You know how I think that there's no possible good scenario here?
Yes.
I reckon Eren has the 7 Dragon Balls. He's going to wish everyone back.
What do you mean? Wrong show. Why would he kill everyone and then wish them back?
I'm thinking of the most outrageous things.
The Alliance are going to wish them back.
No, I think what Eren is doing is a flex.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yeah. So he's going to say, I can do this, but I'm going to wish everyone back because I don't want everyone to die.
Yeah, nice. I don't think so, but nothing's impossible at this point.
No. But anyway, should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
going on here?
エレンは最初から何も変わっていない。あれがエレン本来の姿だとしたら。
I think they're right. I think he was like that from the start.
Yeah.
本当に壁の外にも街があって人が住んでるんだな。
Was this their journey to Mali, maybe?
Must have been.
元より我々に課せられた仕事と言える。調査開始だ。
Why is it starting out with happy music?
Maybe we get a happy episode?
I doubt it.
マール大陸へようこそ。アズマビト様のお屋敷までご案内いたします。
He's looking slick in his suit.
They all are.
あの馬か。
牛じゃないですか。
だよ。聞いたろ来る前に。
It can't hear you, Haji.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Zhao getting all embarrassed.
奴らを止めねえと鉄の塊に。
僕たち外の世界にいるんだよ。
これが海の向こう側。
Wasn't what he was expecting at all.
No?
No.
Or he just knows what has to be done here.
That too. He can see they're all normal people.
これください。
She's so serious about it.
サシャ、お前また勝手に。アイスクリームは初めてかい。
なんだこれ。
名売。
俺も。
I miss her.
Yeah, me too.
目立つなとあれほど。
おい、お前らもこれ食ってみろ。
Sure.
Levi's so embarrassed.
甘いキャンディーはいかがかな。
Take it.
Oh,
no.
Don't kill him. I know you want to.
かっこいいね。ちびっこギャングかな。
It might remind him of the beast.
Rude.
エレンも食べて。
アイスか。
知ってたの？
Try it, Edit.
親父の記憶で知ってるだけだ。収容区の LDA 人はこんなに広いのにな。
Oh man. There's a lot to dissect about Aaron's facial expressions.
Yeah. He stole it.
船に紛れ込んできたんだろう。言葉が通じてないな。海に放り投げるってのはどうだ。
Oh no.
そんなやりすぎです。
これはジョーちゃんの問題じゃねえ。と与えて示しをつけねえと。
There's a parallel to be made here too.
これはお前の財布じゃねえと言っただけだ。このガキの姉貴の財布だってな。
Let's go, Levi.
Nice.
ふざけんな。そんなデタラメ。
Oh, he's gonna save the kid. Okay. Only a thief could have picked a thief, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
あのガキどこに行きやがった。
あそこ。
Has he got it? Oh, what a legend.
明日の国際討論会で初めて登壇するユミルの民保護団体とやらを求めてね。その上で、その団体と我々が相まみえることが叶うなら。
I mean, I guess they tried.
どれほどそれが実現可能であるとお見込みですか？
Not really.
困難であることは分かっています。とても危険であること。
I mean, surely they know that they're going to get rejected. They've been rejected their whole life.
Yeah.
エレンはどこ？
Oh, this is where he takes matters into his own hands.
市場の少年？何があったの？
まだ何も。
Oh no, what are they gonna do to him?
ミカさん、お前はどうして俺のことを気にかけてくれるんだ？俺はお前のなんだ？
Let's put her on the
Oh
spot.
my gosh.
あなたは家族？
What? Oh, this is the man in Connie and Jo's flashback.
何やってんだて
ちょうどよかった。
I needed more from that conversation.
Yeah, I know, right?
Shit. Oh, great.
Yeah, when they realized that Annie's hometown was going to be destroyed, Jean thought of this man. This scene here.
Okay. Just like with Reiner, Bert, and Annie, they grew a liking to people on the other side.
Yeah.
Great, they're all drunk. Do they know Eren's the Shredded?
They're just all people at this point. Was someone munting in the back?
我々は各国に知ったユミルの民の難民への援助を求めます。べきは島の悪魔どもに他なりません。忌むべきは100年前よりあの島に逃げた悪魔。
That's horrible, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eren's not having it.
あの日からエレンは私たちの元を去った。
Ah.
彼から届いた手紙にはジークに全てを委ねると記され、他に選ぶべき選択肢があっただろうか。全ては最初から決まっていたのかもしれない。
I think so.
あの時もし私が別の答えを選んでいたら、
Oh, wow. I never thought of it like that.
Ah.
結果は違っていたんじゃないかって。
What do you think?
I've got a lot on my mind that I need to talk about. We'll wait till the end.
世界とエルディア双方を救う術は安楽死計画。これを完遂する他にありません。
俺はジークの計画に従うふりをする。
Oh, okay, this explains everything.
Wow.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
憲兵団はお前を巨人にして島に来たジークを食わせる計画を進めている。
Oh, Historia?
あの時エレンが私をかばってくれて、みんなが動いてくれたから。
駆逐する。
そんなの間違ってる。島の外の人すべてが敵じゃないのに。
And the music changed with Eren's face.
Yes.
島の生贄になるためだけに生まれる子を産ませ、親子同士を食わせ続けるような真似は。
あなたを何としてでも止めないと、二度と胸を張って生きていくことが。
It's alright, there are a lot of people trying to stop him now.
But what does she do? We don't know.
記憶を操作する。それまでお前が黙っていれば。
そんなこと。
Oh, wow.
お前はあの時俺を救ってくれた。世界一悪い子なんだから。
巨人学や草葉さんからも聞いたことないな。
Oh, he's asking him about Mikasa.
Yeah.
なあエレン、その行為には正体も習性も。
You see?
ただお前のためなら巨人をひねり殺せるくらい。
Oh, wow. So he did lie in that scene.
Yeah. He does love her?
I think so.
Oh.
Okay, so this is how he had the missing leg. Alright.
続いてほしい。
Oh my gosh. It's confirmed.
He makes it so hard for me, this dude.
I know.
この地球上に存在しうる最も巨大な大砲のほぼ全てがこれを止める手段はもう人類に存在し得ない。
Are they firing at the Colossals?
Yep.
Oh, they're really giving it everything, aren't they? Oh. Oh, they can swim. Where's Eren?
They just keep coming. There's too many. They're done.
How can they even see
Wait.
them?
The song. It's Attack on Titan.
Yes. Oh. Oh, that's so terrifying. Terrifying. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, what a sight for them. Just seeing all these ships flying up in the air like that. Oh. Oh my gosh.
I'm happy they brought the song back.
That's horrific.
I can't do anything.
What chance do they have?
Oh my
Oh.
good. Wait.
Oh my gosh.
What? The shredded? It's just the shredded's head.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Oh no.
Now, as much as the end scene was quite grim, the animation studio, MAPPA, is that how you say it? MAPPA or MAPPA, something like that. Elite.
That scene was everything.
That was worth the wait to see his Titan. All the wall Titans, like inside his ribs.
Oh my gosh.
And the fact that the meaning of the words that he uttered at the end changed like crazy. He opened the show with how he was going to kill every last one of them, as in the Titans.
And now he's a Titan himself, saying he's going to kill every last one of them, humans.
I know. It's crazy. I've got to say, though, the episodes are much more enjoyable with Eren there. Call me an Eren simp. They are. They're
No,
better.
I agree.
They're way better.
And I don't believe in Eren, but I believe that that is true.
Yeah.
He's just such a good character.
Oh my gosh.
Dang. Can we just talk about his design?
The founding. The founding shredded.
Yeah, what the heck?
Isayama made him very evil looking, yeah, but
Looks like a big spider.
looks like one of those things that you hang up in your car.
We're going to get a picture because I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know how some people like hang things, refresheners?
Yeah, like a air freshener.
Yeah, they hang it from their review mirror in the car. He looked like one of them.
What kind of...
We'll put a picture.
Okay.
I've got a Majin Vegeta one in my car. Kind of hangs from the review mirror.
He kind of reminded me of Coraline's mum in the movie Coraline.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
He also reminded me of the talking things in the bus in Prisoner of Azkaban. You know, the one speaking Jamaican, I think?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll put some footage or some pictures.
Oh my gosh.
But I think I found that episode a lot more enjoyable than the last few. You know, I think I made my issues with the last few episodes apparent, but I thought that one was brilliant.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I think it was nice that we had that flashback and filling in the gaps. I think that was needed. I didn't really want to go further in terms of the timeline of the show,
Yeah.
where the scouts find Eren and all that. I feel like we did need to fill in gaps before we moved forward,
Yeah.
which was done really well. Like, we had that scene there with Eren and Mikasa, and he was just Eren.
Yeah, that was pretty refreshing.
Yeah. And we found out that he knew about the Ackermans and everything he was telling Mikasa was a lie.
Was to push her away.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you think he asked her?
I think because he loves her. Why else would he ask?
Yeah.
And why else would he push her away?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Now, granted, Eren might have some trouble expressing that love for Mikasa. So he's decided to kill everyone. So then she can live.
I just wish it was under different circumstances.
Yeah, he needs a relationship counselor, but I mean, I know in a lot of Japanese media, especially like anime, I guess we've watched a couple of anime movies recently. The love stories are presented in a lot different ways than Western media.
Yes.
And so it's not always meant to be just, come here, let me give you a kiss, let's hug, all that. It's not like that.
Yeah.
I kind of do wish that Mikasa maybe didn't freeze there, though.
Yeah. Although I don't know if anything would be different if she expressed her love properly for him.
Yeah, because I think Eren realised it anyway.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
some
he
point.
knew.
Through his discussion with Zeke, I think maybe he came to the conclusion that, yeah, she does love me, it's not an attachment.
Exactly. She's not a slave.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to unpack about Eren's decision-making that episode. So, let's go back to when he got off the boat. Stepped foot in Mali for the first time, that face that he made. I can't remember if it was you or me that said it, that maybe he was dealing with the weight of the decision that he has to make, or did you say that he knows he's going to kill them all?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he arrived and it was such a warm and friendly and lovely atmosphere. And so he was like, oh, this is what I gotta do.
Yeah. I liked that this episode kind of, in a way, especially the first half, solidified the fact that I don't think Eren wanted to do these things. I think he just got to a point where seeing his friends happy was the most important thing to him, and he wanted to ensure their survival by any means necessary. And so he turned into the villain of the show, which again is why I just think Eren is the best written character in the show. The way that Isayama seamlessly did that, with the reoccurring dialogue, the things that Eren says. I mean, the last shot, Eren looked as evil and villainous as you can possibly get, but with the old school music, that's my favourite soundtrack. That's my favourite song on the soundtrack, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The Attack on Titan remastered version. That whole last scene was majestic. I think we'll try and go in chronological order now, break down the episode as best we can. That's definitely a rewatch episode, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of information, parallels, dialogue, everything, callbacks packed into that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we started off with nice Sasha moments with the ice cream and all that.
Even Joel was enjoying himself.
Oh yeah, that was epic. That was so fun. That scene was fun, right?
Yeah.
And Levi there with the clown.
Yeah, what was with that?
Yeah, Levi didn't like the clown, Carly.
I didn't like the clown either.
No.
He was being rude.
Yeah. I'm convinced it reminded him of the Beast somewhat
So I think the clown thought that Levi was a kid.
because of his height.
Yeah, that's not on.
He's copped a lot of those jokes. I mean, I can relate.
Me too. As a small person, I really can.
Yeah, we're actually small. You can't see that, but we're small.
We are small.
I'm like 5'7", and you're like what, 5'1", 5'2", something like that. We're quite
Something like
small.
that.
We're quite small, I think.
Yeah. Small and proud.
So I can relate to Levi in those scenes. But there was that scene with the kid who tried to steal Sasha's wallet or whatever, purse, and Sasha said something like, "No, you don't need to go that far." And then one of the Malians said they need to be made an example of. I think that's kind of like representing the conflict that's going on right now as well in the show. So, you know, a lot of the Jaegerists and stuff like that, and the Malian soldiers, mostly the rest of the world, want to make an example out of Paradise. You know, they can't get away with it. They need to be punished.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good pick.
But then you got like people like Sasha that are like, no, that's too far. There's no need to do that. Which I think kind of encapsulates the struggle going on right now in the show. I don't know, that was just a parallel that I drew from that scene.
Yeah, nice one. It was sort of nice how they got to meet some of the war refugees, like all those people who lost their homes and everything to the war.
Yeah.
They really connected with them and were able to have a really nice time with them.
Yeah, they got drunk.
And yeah, in that flashback scene for Zhao, that's what he saw. He saw that man and he knew that they were all going to be trampled.
Yeah.
Like, first.
They have empathy for the people. They're in similar situations, you know?
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the last moment we saw Eren kind of with his humanity too. You know, he was
Yes.
having a good time there as well. Got along with the people nice.
Shed a couple of tears.
Yeah. That was the other scene I wanted to talk about. At the top of the mountain there. That kind of represented like all that power that he's got. You know, he's got the control over everyone he's looking at. And yeah, him crying, I guess again that sort of confirms what I've been saying in a lot of the shredding the evidence segment, because I can't really shred too much anymore. But, you know, it is in some way nice to know that maybe Eren's not relishing in doing this. But I think when he left that, what was it, like the courtroom, when they were all just, when the dude, was shitting on Paradise, I think it just became abundantly clear to him that, like, no matter what peace treaty they're trying to do and all this stuff, no matter Hanji's efforts and the rest of him, he's got to take matters into his own hands to save his people. I wonder what happened there with Historia. Like,
yeah.
I kind of felt like he was almost threatening her to either go along with his plan or not deal with the burden by brainwashing her, but remember, he's about freedom, and that wouldn't be free on Historia's part. Like, she wouldn't be free. He's kind of taken that away from her. So I'm actually not quite sure how to read that scene. Maybe I've got to go back and see that again.
I think I have to go back and watch it again too. But he was giving her the choice, I think.
I guess so. Kind of. He was kind of saying, I'm going to do this, though. Like,
Yeah.
I care for you, but I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter what you say. And then we saw all the double crossing and stuff that Eren kind of did. So we saw the conversations with Zeke, Yelena, and Flock.
Yeah.
Even Flock looked kind of shocked when Eren told him his plan.
Really?
Yeah. Flock looked shocked.
Yeah, I just loved that little fill of the gap there, just seeing exactly what went down.
Yeah, we didn't need to, like, guess what was happening.
That's right.
We had it outlined for us, exactly what happened.
Yeah, it was spelled out, crystal clear. Same as his intentions are to us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants his friends to be happy. He really, really wants them to be happy.
Yeah, a little bit too much. But another thing I wanted to comment on, I know a lot of people, including us, always kind of bag Eren for the way he's treated Mikasa all these years. But to me, it seemed like they actually had a nice period of time together in the 4-year gap. It seemed to me like they were getting along just fine, and that his feelings for her were developing somewhat.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Or like intensifying.
I guess he knew that he had to suppress them.
Yeah, that's why he's acted like a dickhead. I'm not saying it's right. I mean, that's his way of trying to push her away. I mean, maybe it would have been better if he could tell everyone the truth, but especially Armin and Mikasa, but maybe there's a reason for that too. Maybe there's a reason why he didn't. That's why he had to push them away. We still don't know exactly why he did that.
They would try to talk him out of it, I guess.
Yeah, and he's not budging.
Yeah, no.
And he knows he's not going to budge, so maybe he thought, the only way I can save my friends is if I kind of turn them against me. I don't know, it's weird. I want to have that wrapped up to some degree. I would like another chat, maybe next part, between Mikasa, Armin, and Eren before they try to kill him. Do you have any theories for next part? Like, I mean, that leaves it pretty open. Eren's just, started his assault, his main assault, it looks like.
Yeah, they've sort of stopped it right as he's about to get started. I know he's responsible for all those people on the ships losing their lives.
Yeah.
But now it seems like he's about to start his rumbling process. And I don't know if they've stopped it right there for a reason. Maybe the Alliance will reach him before he kills anyone. I highly doubt it.
I think it was more of an artistic approach because it kind of ended the way Season 1 started.
Yes, that's true. And also I think that was a bit in the past. Because remember they were talking about reaching him in time. And they're like, it's already been 4 hours. He would have covered, like...
Yeah, you're right. You're right, yeah. Yeah, the whole Historia scene had me a little bit confused, but I think that was the moment that the switch flipped and Eren was like, you're okay with it, but I'm not. And that was kind of like when selfish villain Eren came out. Like, anything I say will happen.
Yeah, even though you're the queen, I say what goes down in this town.
Yeah, that's right. And it quickly switched to another scene where he was like staring at Flock with these evil eyes. And I'm like, oh, dang, here we go. And I think the music changed as well. So I think that was the moment in the episode where it just kind of flipped. But
yeah.
I still don't know exactly what the full extent of that conversation or what the result of the conversation was. Like,
yeah, what does she do? Because we haven't actually seen her until then.
No. And he was like making reference to when she got all badass and started talking shit about her family and humanity. And maybe that was a way he could convince her or something like that.
Yeah, she said she was the worst girl in the world.
She's not. She was being dramatic, but yeah. I can see why maybe Eren was using that to better his argument or something.
Yeah, to fuel his own agenda.
Yeah. Just before we get into our little mini review, do you have any theories on how Part 3 is going to open? and or conclude.
Well, I have a feeling they're not going to hold back with the gruesomeness
Yeah.
of what's about to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to pick up where they've just left off here.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of might go a bit more in depth as to what the Alliance are doing and everything like that. So they're making their way over now.
Mm-hmm. I think Eren will kill a lot of people, but I think ultimately I reckon the Alliance might get to him in time.
Mm.
And I think that's also why Levi's been nerfed. So he can make an epic appearance in the final part.
Yeah, but also he would have thrown fists at Annie, so...
Yeah, there's that too. We'll discuss that later. But
yeah,
it could set up to be like a Levi Mikasa team up even on Eren. Have we really seen that? I don't know if we've really seen that.
No, we haven't really.
So there could be that as well. That might be a prediction that I make.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do hope, because, you know, I had an issue with a lot of the Alliance and their plans and stuff like that. To be honest, I hope that if they do save some people, it also means saving their island.
I just don't know.
I haven't given it too much thought about what's going to happen, but that's kind of one theory I might roll with.
Yeah, it's a nice theory.
Mm.
It would be good.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think now we'll go into a bit of a mini review. Just a reminder, we also do a Q&A over on Patreon when we finish the season. So we'll definitely do like a Season 4 Part 2 wrap-up Q&A over there. We also do character tier lists there as well. So if anyone's interested, the link is in the description. But I think we can go through like small ratings for like characters, themes, all that sort of stuff. Give our overall thoughts. This might come as a shock to everyone, but we enjoyed it. No, it was fantastic. It was a great introduction into anime, I think, in general.
Yeah, well, my first anime, did I start watching?
No, you started Attack on Titan before Dragon Ball Z when we watched it off camera.
There
Yeah.
you go, my first anime.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was thoroughly enjoyable.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot more mature, I think that word might be appropriate, than I expected it to be.
Yeah, definitely not for like a younger audience.
No, which I think in turn made it not corny whatsoever, which we like.
Yes.
Sometimes corny is rough.
Isayama was able to write such epic scenes without them being corny at all.
Yeah, completely agree.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually a good place to start. Something that I absolutely loved about the show was how epic some of the moments were. Titan transformations, ODM gear flying, Beyblade dance moves in the sky. I mean, epic.
So epic.
Which also segues into the soundtrack.
I feel like they come hand in hand, those
Yeah.
two.
I will give the soundtrack an A+.
Yeah,
A+ in this show.
absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm so happy that in the last episode I got my favourite song from the soundtrack played.
Yeah, I was kind of sad that it was playing under those conditions, but, you know, it was still there.
Yeah, well, the show opened with that song as well.
Yeah.
So I think it made a lot of sense for that to happen.
My preferred version of the song is actually the original of AOT, but I know yours is the newer one.
Yeah, I just love the vocals. Whoever the singer is, powerful, man.
Yeah,
like,
she is amazing.
such a good singer.
But I prefer like the more orchestra sort of sounding
Okay,
one.
yeah.
What about you guys? Leave it down below.
Yeah, both are great.
Yeah, they are.
I think we'll move on to the themes now.
Mhm.
There are a lot of deep themes dealt with in a very, very palatable way. A very confronting way, but it highlighted a lot. So I think people can learn a lot from these themes that were displayed in this show.
Mhm.
So I would probably also give like the themes an A or an A+ as well.
Yeah, true. Same with me. I'd probably give it an A or an A+. I mean, you had such important ones. Friendship, freedom. There
Yeah.
was such big emphasis on those things. And as you said, it was done in such a way that was so palatable and enjoyable and entertaining to watch.
But it was also very bold. Like, these aren't themes that you see everywhere. People are too scared to write about some of this stuff.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
I mean, you can take the safe option and sometimes just write about friendship and family. And I'm not saying that's bad. Some of my favourite media has basic themes in it. I'm just saying this was very bold. And I do think it paid off as well. Now, just a disclaimer quickly as well. These are our opinions. It doesn't make them right. These are just our initial thoughts, I think, after finishing the show. If you maybe share a different point of view about some of the things that we're rating now, so we're going to go through a couple of other talking points, you can leave your ratings down below and why as well. We'd love to hear, because, I mean, we could probably head into the comments now, I think, a little bit freer. Although the manga
That's true.
is finished, I think, so maybe not.
Yeah.
We'll see. The top comments.
The top comments, yes.
I think now we'll move on to characters.
Mm-hmm.
This is where maybe my rating isn't as high as the other two that I've listed so far.
For me, it was like when the characters were good, they were great.
Yeah.
But when they weren't, they weren't. Like, it's as simple as that for me.
That's such a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Like, I'm not talking about so much as the character payoffs and the writing of the show. I'm just talking about the characters.
Yes. The dimension of the characters, the layers, things like that. Not whether we liked them or not.
Yeah.
But I guess that comes hand in hand.
Now, without spoiling our character tier lists or anything like that, I will say there were multiple characters that I enjoyed, multiple characters where my opinions changed on them.
Yep.
Notably Reiner. I mean, that was funny to see how that happened because, I mean, if I go back and watch some of the earlier reactions, I was hating on the dude.
Me, not so much, but for me, the big character turnover for me was Gabby.
Oh, yeah, there was Gabby as well.
Yeah, Gabby, massive.
So, I think there were some characters that were really well written, but some of the character pacing and some of the other decisions I didn't really like. I can name a few. I don't like the way they dealt with Historia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the way they dealt with Ymir. They're, I think, the two that come to mind straight away.
The fake Ymir, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of didn't like how one season we'd have like a main character and then we'd forget about them for 2, 3, 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So in the first season, they set up Annie as a really important character. I mean, the whole season pretty much was almost about her, the female Titan, especially towards the end. And then we didn't see her till the last few episodes. So I don't really like that. Historia and Ymir were the main characters in season 2.
Yeah.
Then Ymir got killed off camera.
If it was just one character that happened to, I'd be like, oh, whatever. It's a once-off, that's fine. But it did happen multiple times.
Yeah, I think, some other mentions. Levi, I feel like they could have really done more with him. I really liked what they were doing. I mean, I didn't like season 3 part 1 as much as the other seasons, but I really liked how they kind of explored him and Kenny and that whole relationship. But then, I don't know, Levi didn't really offer anything. Now he just wants to kill the beast.
Beast.
That's it, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping he comes back in an awesome way. Remember, the show's not finished yet, so these opinions could change.
Yeah, that's true.
This is just an initial thought.
Now, I've never had an issue with Connie ever. I've actually always quite liked him. But, what was it, just a couple of episodes ago, he had his moment where he was, like, twirling through the air and he had some lines there.
Yeah.
And it was pretty epic. But, I mean, it's the end of the series, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's just sort of not been doing much otherwise.
He's just there.
Yeah. Which, again, I don't hate him in any sense at all, but I don't know. He just...
Yeah, I think if you keep a character around for that long, maybe they could have had a little bit more of their character fleshed out. I don't know. This is just one example. There are probably some others. But, again, Connie, nice dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have a meal with him. I think now we'll talk about the characters that we really liked.
Yep.
Eren. Come on. What an amazing character.
What a character.
To turn the protagonist into the villain or the antagonist.
In such a seamless manner.
Yeah, it all made sense.
But if you think about it, he was always the antagonist from the beginning.
You know what's weird, right? Eren might be the only character that's not gone through any character development, but has gone through character development at the same time. It's hard to articulate, but he's the same. He's been the same the whole time, but somehow our views on him change.
Yes.
Like, the way they wrote him is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a character like that. Hence why he's my favourite character.
Some of my favourites were Gabby and Zeke. I feel like there was huge character development for Gabby. Massive, in such a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
She was able to open her mind.
Yep.
It was great. I loved it. And Zeke, what a backstory.
Yeah, that too.
Just all that stuff with Grisha. Another interesting character.
Yeah, Grisha too.
But yeah, very, very interesting, his backstory. Very sad.
I think they did a good job at introducing new characters and getting us on board with their story.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of characters that I thought were brilliantly written. I mean, Flock and Yelena are well-written characters. I think they're necessary. I don't necessarily like them, but they're necessary, you know? So I thought there were some really good characters as well. Erwin.
Yeah.
I feel like we need longer with Erwin. You know that saying, you don't realize what you have until it's gone?
Yeah.
I feel like that was with Erwin. I thought he was just a good character, like a really good character, well-written, especially going into season 3.
Mm-hmm.
There were some times where maybe I felt like he was neglected, but overall, his character arc was fantastic.
Yep.
I do feel like we needed more time with him.
Mr. A.
Mr. E. But yeah, they're just a few of the characters that we're mentioning. There were plenty of other good characters as well, and probably plenty of other bad characters, in our opinion. So I think my rating for characters maybe is somewhere between a B and a B+.
Yep. I'd say the same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
One thing I'm just going to get out of the way, and I don't even need to discuss it at all, really. I don't know if you want to discuss it, but the story and the world building, A+.
Oh, yeah.
Done. Finished.
Done. Straight away, A+.
There's no need to discuss it any further.
Yeah. Just all the separate parties and stuff he wrote.
Yeah. A lot went into it.
Oh my gosh.
And then the last rating I want to give is just the overall writing. You know, character payoffs, dialogue, full circle moments, stuff like that, right? Just the overall writing of the show.
Yep.
It was A+, but I pushed it down to an A just based on maybe the later half of Season 4 Part 2.
Yep.
I'll go through that later, but I mean, no wasted dialogue, really. Things that characters were saying in the first episodes translated beautifully and wrapped up really nicely later on.
Mm-hmm.
Because the story was written in such a way. So I would still give it a very high rating.
I'd have to say the same.
That's good that we kind of agree, because it means we can give the same sort of rating at the end.
Well, yeah, I feel bad because you're just saying, like, your rating, and then I'm like, yeah, same. But I actually do agree that it's, you know, an A as well. Yeah. And that's probably because of where we rated the characters. The characters finished on a B. And then, as well, as you were saying, the second part of Season 4. Although I loved the alliance, I really did live for that. Some of it did seem like put together really quick, like, and I know it was coming to the end and everything, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It just sort of seemed really quickly put together and decision was made.
Just touching on the writing and some of the issues I've had with the last few episodes, the comment section has been quite rowdy, and although some of my opinions have changed that people kindly brought to my attention, some haven't. There were some issues with the writing that I had, but maybe I can bring them up and someone can maybe explain a counter argument to why that happened, and maybe I can accept it a little bit more. So I did jot a few things down. Mainly I echo what Carly's saying, where I feel like the alliance was rushed, and I think that's why maybe I was ripping into the scouts, because I'm like, is your plan honestly to quickly side with the people that have been trying to kill you? I get, you know, the common goal thing, Eren now being that common threat to the whole world. So I kind of get it. I think I wanted something like the campfire scene, but on a much bigger level, through a few more episodes at least.
Yeah.
Very rushed. I didn't like the way that Connie and Armin greeted Annie, the way everyone just came together so quick like that. I feel like there needed to be a little bit more pushback, in my opinion. A massive issue that I had, especially rewatching it, was Levi kind of just chilling there at a campfire with Annie, who destroyed his whole squad.
Was he, like, unable to move or anything, though? Or speak?
No, he could speak because he said shut up.
Oh.
Or he said be quiet. Like, he could speak. He could have said something. Like Petra. Didn't he love Petra? Little things like that I just think, like, maybe could have been dealt with a bit. I just wanted them to say something a couple of times.
I feel like some of the members in the Alliance might have grown too close too quick. Like, we had Mikasa and Annie. Like, Mikasa and Annie there, I understand Mikasa was trying to comfort Annie because, you know, she was upset about her dad.
Yeah.
And maybe Mikasa's just really nice like that, but I don't know, seeing Mikasa murder her actual friends and comfort Annie, it was an interesting parallel.
Yeah, I would say that too. I mean, I did have a little bit of an issue with how chummy they all got that quick. I guess they did need to band together, but that was just a thing that, again, I feel like time would have fixed. And then I think the last thing I wanted to point out was another thing that I noticed when watching the last few episodes back. because after I got flamed, I wanted to go back and watch and just maybe understand a different perspective. But there was a lot of flip-flopping. Like, Shadius has this epic moment where he saves the Jaegerists and tells people to join the Jaegerists, if I'm not mistaken, to save themselves. And then he goes and blows up the Jaegerists. I would love an explanation for that one, if possible. But that was just something, again, that I found not so palatable.
I didn't even remember that. That is kind of messed up.
But I mean, overall, this is nitpicking.
Yes.
And it's pretty much just at the end.
Yeah.
So, I can't complain. Seriously. You know, a lot of you guys have really expressed why certain things are there, why certain parts have been written the way they are, why there are certain character motivations as well. So I respect you respectfully disagreeing with me. I do really respect that. And to all those people that blatantly disagree with me and are hurtful towards me, I love you too. I respect their passion. They just don't need to swear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, like, the writing was great.
The writing was fantastic.
Yeah. But I still give it an A. So I think my overall rating is an A. Even though we did give 3 A pluses, there was still an A and a B. And I don't know how to actually measure the average of those 5 ratings. So it might actually be an A plus. Someone can do the math for me in the comments. But I think it's an A overall. A high A.
High A.
Yeah. Could move to an A plus depending on the ending as well.
That's true.
Definitely.
Yeah, it depends on that.
This isn't a final rating, but we thought we'd do something like this and wrap up 5 months worth of work on the channel.
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed watching it, along with everyone else. I think there were a couple of viewers that watched it with us as well. Shout out to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I enjoyed watching it with you as well.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Thanks.
I thought it was a really nice, interactive experience.
Yeah.
And again, I just wanted to thank all the viewers for engaging with our content so much. I mean, you really welcomed a lot of our silliness with open arms as well. It was really fun for us. So we're really looking forward to next season, bringing it back. Hopefully there's more than 10 episodes. I heard there are only going to be 10 episodes, but that will do.
Whatever it is, we're grateful.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you so much again to all of our subs, Patreon members, moderators. You guys are all the best. We've just had the greatest time, like Andrew's just said. We can't thank you enough. It's just been awesome.
I wish we could spend more time in the comments section, but that's the nature of the work.
Yeah.
I guess we can go back now and have a look a little bit at some of the comments.
Yep.
But yeah, there will be plenty more Attack on Titan content on the channel. We're not sure quite when, but we'll be doing the openings reaction.
Yep.
So we're just trying to work all that out, but that should be on the channel soon, hopefully. And then we'll have a couple of other things here and there as well.
Yep.
Eventually we'll do Attack on Titan Junior High. And we might rewatch some of the episodes dubbed as well, if you guys want to see that.
Thank you so much again. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It would really help us out. For early access to all of our reactions, you can support us on Patreon if you'd like. And yeah, thank you so much again. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.